How you guys doing? This is the one, the only number one blogger. Yes, this is the special edition. Canada has qualified for the FIFA World Cup. I'm here with my guest host once again, I'll select, and we're definitely going to be talking about Canada during the World Cup qualifying phase, their stars, and who put it together for them to reach such a feat for the first time in 36 years. That being said, and we're also going to talk about the group that Canada will be in for this year's FIFA World Cup that will take place in November. So, that being said, we're going to do the countdown. And right after the countdown, we're going to get right into it. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's been a long time since y'all see me, but you know what? As they say, the show must go on regardless. So, you got to do what it does, do what it do, and live the life. So, guys, don't touch that dial. We will get back with you guys as soon as possible. I am number one blogger, and El Selecta will be coming in, introducing himself very soon. Hey guys, how you doing once again? This is number one blogger, and I'm here with my special guest host as possible, is El Selecta. El Selecta, man, how you doing this wonderful Sunday afternoon?
I'm doing pretty good to say the least. Just prepping, getting ready. The World Cup is coming in Doha 2022 in the fall. It's going to be something different, something special. We do have a special segment today where we're going to be breaking down one of our favorite teams, one of our countries, and we're looking forward to this. So thanks for having me, number one blogger. Keep up that great work. I see you in these streets, and we are back.
Yes, we are. Guys, just so you know, it's not a secret anymore, as you can see in the title. Canada, yes, Canada has qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 36 years. The last time the last time Canada actually qualified for this World Cup was Mexico 86, where they went and embarrassed themselves. That being said, just to let you know, Canada didn't just qualify for the World Cup, but they also finished first in the CONCACAF region and beat out the heavy giants, as in Mexico and USA, to finish first overall. Towards the end of it, they did stumble a bit, but I will take it over to El Selector, and El Selector can break down some things, and we're gonna bring it right back. So El Selector, again, we're definitely talking about, yes, Canada qualifying, but I think we need to identify what happened towards the end of their qualifying. They lost 2 out of 3 games.
I think they lost one out of 3 games.
They lost to Panama in the last game, and then before the Jamaica game, they also lost to another team.
Did they? Who they lose to?
Let me look at. It wasn't Panama, but it was another team.
I
Let
think they
me
won
let me
that.
look at
I think
the.
they won that. I think they were kind of undefeated. I think that was like their first loss in a while. They were like drawing a lot of matches and winning. We'll pull that up right now, real quickly for you guys.
Yeah,
But I think Panama was like their first significant loss.
yeah, because if you look at the standings ended with Canada with 8 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties.
I think that loss. Let me see that Team Canada. Let me take a look at that real quickly.
I think that loss, yes, the loss was against Costa Rica.
Costa
From what I
Rica.
remember, yes,
When did they lose to Costa Rica?
they lost to Costa Rica in the third last game of the season.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. I didn't even. Yo, things are slipping out of my memory.
Right? Yeah, because the last
They
three
lost.
games,
They lost to Costa Rica back on March 24th.
yes, March 24th.
Yeah, they lost to Costa Rica. Okay, March 24th, right?
Hmm.
And then who they play prior to that?
Who they played prior to that? Because remember, with Costa Rica, they faced them twice. The
Oh,
first time It was either a win or a tie. But the second time, they did win. And then
Oh.
after that, the game after that was Jamaica when they came home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they got that 4-0 victory. Yeah, salute to Team
Yes.
Canada, bro. Honestly, they were able to finish first in the standings in their in CONCACAF, so they were able to finish number one. Unfortunately, due to the loss to Panama at the last game, they were subjected to be in pool four.
Hmm.
They were technically, if they had won that game or draw that game, they would have been in pool three.
Those two losses did a number on them.
But specifically that final one, because they had to just get a draw or a tie, because they were able to defeat Jamaica 4-0. So
Hmm.
which put them still kind of put them up there in the the points and the goals to differentiate stands, et cetera, et cetera. But due to the fact that they lost that one kind of took a toll. It brought them, not saying there's anything wrong with them, because they still ended up pulling a pretty decent draw, to say the least. Like there's nothing, there's not, it's not like they're gonna be dealing with anything that's like, they're not no group of death, or like, a bloodbath group. You see what I'm saying? Where it's gonna be
Hmm.
like, oh my goodness, you could just already look at it. You're not saying that the group won't be like that, because potentially you never know, right?
Hmm.
Groups are groups at the end of the day, right? So
That is true. But now I think what we should actually turn our attention to are the teams that Team Canada actually played against in the World Cup qualifying. As you guys know, it was the last qualifying phase on the CONCACAF table. It was basically 8 teams that faced each other in a home and away. So basically 2 games each. Canada faced Mexico twice, United States twice, Costa Rica, Panama, Jamaica, El Salvador, and Honduras. And out of that, that's where we got 8 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. And those 2 losses more came towards the end of qualifying. In terms of their striking output, it was amazing. 23 goals for, and only 7 against. When you actually look at the CONCACAF table, Canada, um, Canada basically conceded the least goals. It was only Mexico and Costa Rica that actually conceded one more, which was 8. And when we talk about strike force, United States had 21 goals. They did finish third, and Canada actually had 2 more goals. So as you can see, Canada going into Qatar, the positive thing is that they're going to have a very dangerous strike force. Yes, we know Alfonso Davies is currently out with a condition. He will be back with Bayern Munich very soon. But the fact of the matter is that we also have Jonathan David. We also Jonathan David, who plays in I believe Lille in the French Ligue 1. And then we also have Kyle Larin. Kyle Larin plays for Besiktas in the Turkey Super League. Also, we have other guys like Jonathan Osorio, who plays for Toronto FC. We also have Richie Lyra, but actually pronounced Larry, who is a defender, but he has dangerous output. And there's also that young man, I believe he's from BC, Adegube, who is very dangerous with his legs too. So I definitely did not say all the names. Our selector, you can definitely add on, but you can definitely see that Canada has a lot of offensive talent. And again, the mentality of the Canadian team is that one goes down, one must come up. And the fact of the matter is, we know that we will see Alfonso Davies at the World Cup. But yes, as I said, I think I definitely did leave names out, but you can also fill it in with that.
yeah, I agree with you definitely. Alfonso Davis is going to be a great talent. Also, check out for Buchanan or Buchanan.
Tejan, 17-year-old
Yeah,
phenom.
yep, Buchanan. He's a stud out there. 17 only, man, playing out there like he's a grown man. He
Hmm.
definitely has a grown man game, and he's very durable and he's reliable out there. So salute to Tejan. He's playing a really great game as of right now.
Shout out to Brampton in there.
Definitely. Also, another player that I want to throw out there is the one, the only what's it called, Mr. Lara over there, Lara. You know what I mean? He does his thing as well too. Great player for Team Canada. He's out there currently in I think he's in the second tier of England right now, playing over there.
Yep, Nottingham Forest.
Yep. So he's definitely showing out. We've had some great talent. We've played pretty good. I think potentially Canada can. Um, Canada's not no group of death, like I said before, but it can turn real ugly real quick. the key is getting Alfonso Davis in there, seeing how other guys develop over the summertime and going
Mhm.
into the spring, the fall. Because let's be real, this tournament doesn't start till the end of November,
That is
so
true.
we do have a lot of time still to get more talent and see where we can upgrade and up thing. You know, I mean, there might be some injuries as well, plus protocols involved as well. So we're going to be able to add extra players as well. I think this is a great opportunity for these guys to definitely showcase, and other guys out there to showcase this summer what we're able to do. Getting through the World Cup after 36 years is basically monumental. Like it's something that was not expected from a, I would say 90% of Canadians on this planet. And I mean, there's only about 10% of guys who kind of saw the writing on the the wall that hey, this team is something special. Like
But
we're
Selector, you can
Mhm.
call me out too, man. Add me
Oh
to it,
really?
man. You
Oh
know,
really?
call me out, bro. Call me out.
Elaborate, please elaborate, because this is news to me, man. Please elaborate.
Put it this way: in the
Mhm.
beginning of World Cup qualifying for Canada, again, because Canada is our true north, strong and free. Fact of the matter is, I've always watched Canada through qualifying. We're talking even back in the day with D Rosario, Craig Forrest. I mean, Atiba Hutchinson still being in the game. What it is for me is that because of past hopes and dashed dreams, to me, I looked at it as yes, Canada does have a chance, but I said, you know what? I will pay attention. And El Selector actually had a conversation with me, and this was probably about this was right before the second last round. And said, "Yo, bro, pay attention to Canada because yo, they look like they're gonna do something." I told El Selector that yo, the team is talented. Don't get me wrong, but I see them going to the final round, the hexagonal phase. But if they do, if they're gonna go to the World Cup, I think they're gonna squeeze in. Funny enough, I was wrong, but I really give a shout out to El Selector. He really got me to pay attention to these dudes. I want to also shout out the one the only Richard Scott. He's actually the media manager, communications manager for Team Canada. And even before World Cup qualifying, shout out to the Canadian Soccer Association. They had pep rallies all over Canada. I actually did attend the one in Toronto, and I was also gifted a um, Team Canada picture. And believe it or not, I'm actually gonna frame that. But continuing, yeah, I the thing is, I believed in this team in terms of the talent, but I didn't look at it as, hey, I didn't see them going to Qatar. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Team Canada shocked me. You know, I am impressed. Again, as I keep saying, like the talent pool of Canada is amazing. I want to give even a big shout out to John Herdman. He really changed what was going on with Team Canada football. I will elaborate more on that, but El Selector was speaking, so I'm gonna bring it right back to him as talking about the belief in the Canadian national team and how far they could go. Continue, El Selector.
Yeah, definitely. The Canadian national team has the potential to go very far. The reason why I say this is because a lot of their top talent players are still in their early 20s. A lot of these guys haven't even hit their real mid 20s, and some of them just hit their mid 20s.
And that's
Relatively
scary.
young, exactly, relatively young team with more talent coming. Listen, are you going to get the talent pool as Brazil? No, but what you're getting is you're going to get a talent pool of guys who play with a unit, a style, a specific style, and it's unit based, and basically everybody knows their role. They play within their strengths. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Everybody, they don't nobody's trying to outscore, outdo this. Everybody kind of just plays within their game, which is cool. We starting to brand our own style of football, which is, you know what I mean? We're gonna play great defense, excellent midfielders. We're gonna penetrate, bring the ball up the field. You know what I mean? We're gonna find ways to score. It's very scrappy style. It's not no flair. You're not getting no, you know what I mean? Robinho and like I said, Neymar Jr. and Messi, where you know what I mean, guys are just scoring in at heap, or Germany, where guys are controlling, dominating. What you're getting is a scrappy style, but at the same time, good, excellent midfielders, some solid defense, and some great, some decent, some good, no, some up and coming young, hungry strikers. That's what you're seeing in Team Canada, and that's why they're able to put the ball in the back of the net and figure out ways to go out there and win. They're very strategic. They're not gonna play. They're not gonna try to outplay you or anything like that. They're gonna play within their system. So which I understand and I respect. Um, as far as them going to the World Cup, it's very monumental. It's important because we're going to be in the next two World Cups. So we're
Yep,
good for
hands
we're good.
down. Eight
Exactly.
years.
We're good for a very long time, to say the
Mm-hmm.
least. When's the next World Cup? 2026, right?
2026. Yep.
Yeah. So that's 4 years. We're good for another 4 years. So
But
this
us
one,
selector, remember that was the conversation we are having.
yeah,
You were saying to me, I was like, yeah, I know they're gonna be at 2026, and you told me straight up like, yo, this is their time now. Like they need to be in two World Cups. It shouldn't just be like, yo, we're happy to be here for 2026. Nah, we want to make 2022. And they
exactly.
did take that mindset going into the World Cup qualifiers. They definitely did.
Exactly. They earned it because the other one's going to be given to them. This one is
Mm-hmm.
earned. So they work for this, and that's the difference. When you earn something and you work for something, it's totally different. When you get hands in something without working for it, and something that's you earned it and you worked for it, it's totally different. This team earned it. They're prepared. They're young, hungry. There's more guys coming up. We'll find out the new guys, new crop. A lot of them are going to Europe. Some of them are playing locally. They're playing all throughout North America and in Europe as well. And then some of them are going to the NCAA, and some of them are in high school right now still. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Or they're in
true.
the youth rankings. Like, you know what I mean?
Youth
Like
ranking.
there's guys coming up. So we're gonna have a lot of guys, you know what I mean? But at the same time, though, right now with these guys coming up, what I was impressed by too was their tenacity. The fact that they weren't scared when they're playing teams like Mexico, and they were going
Mexico,
back.
who?
Exactly. Teams that religiously, or not, well, not religiously, but relatively had their number. They were able to compete at a high level versus them. Teams like the United States, they were able to compete with them and be able to even have their way with the United States. Teams like Panama, going into Honduras, you know what I mean? Going into Jamaica and blowing them out at home. Not even Jamaica coming here and blowing the Reggae Boys, sending them back right back to the islands. You see what I'm saying? That was something that was very impressive with this team. And this team doesn't have like this team has great players. They have guys who play. Alfonso Davies plays for Bayern. You know what I mean? So they have a Thibaut Hutchinson, veteran guy, you know what I mean, who's been in the Team Canada rankings for years. You know what I mean? This is a testament to him. He can at least go to sleep at night and be like, yo, I've done potentially not everything, but I've hit the highest levels of soccer, and I'm still going at
Mm-hmm.
38, 40, 38 years old, right?
Yep.
38 years old. So he's seen all types of stuff. So the fact that he was able to get in there, and this is all cool. This is all relatively cool and everything. We don't want to a sponge on what this moment, but it's important for both of myself and number one blogger and every human being from Canada. You see what I'm saying? Every human being who lives in Canada or is from Canada. You get what I'm saying? Or who has Canadian heritage inside of them. So it's important. Um, let's go on to the next question. I was going to say, okay, so what do you call it? What was the next one? Basically, okay, let's get
Mhm.
into the. What do you think about the groups? You think you can pull up the groups right now, and we can get into that?
What I will say is before we pull up the groups, I want to do two things, and I think
Mhm.
we got to pay homage to what happened in brilliant fashion. I really want to pull up statistics. Let's be brutally honest. This has been a landmark year for Canada football. John Herdman has done a wonderful job. For those of you who don't know, John Herdman changed the Canadian women's squad all the way to even coaching the men's squad. As for those of you that don't know, that's where he originally came from, came through, did what he needed to do with Christine St. Clair, Buchanan, all those many, many players that play on the Canadian side. And then he made a switch to the men. Like the men, honestly, were completely horrible before he came and changed around the program. That being said, since John Herdman actually came in, semifinal finish at the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. And again, talking about the landmark year in 2021, you know the Canadian men's national team has a record 13 wins, 9 clean sheets, 55 goals scored, 55. And also reaching the CONCACAF final round for the first time since 1997. Honestly, kudos to these guys. I definitely just like to read off the list of the players that were involved in the World Cup qualifying rounds. I'm just going to read it off quick. Milan Bojan, goalkeeper. Maxime Crapeau, Dwayne St. Clair, Derek Cornelius, Darnell Henry, if you guys remember him, Scott Kennedy, Kamal Miller, Steven Vittoria, Samuel Adegube, Christian Gutierrez, Alistair Johnson, Richie Larea, Stephen Estacio, Liam Fraser, Atiba Hutchinson, Mark Anthony Kay, Ishmael Cone, Jonathan Osorio, Tejan Buchanan, Lucas Cavallini, Jonathan David, David Hollett, Kyle Laren, Liam Miller, Ike Ugbo. Also, as you guys can see, that was the squad that represented for Canada in qualifying, and they did well, and they really shut things down. So, again, give credit where credit is due. That being said, now El Selector was talking about literally bringing up the list for Team Canada and which group they'll be in. And yes, to my understanding, they will be in the group with Belgium and two other squads, I believe, Morocco, and there's actually one more squad. Um, Speaking of which, El Selector, can you pull up that list by any chance? Do you have it in front of you?
Um, no, like
Okay, perfect. I got the list. In Group
okay.
F, it's Canada, Belgium, Croatia, and Morocco. And how that's faring is Belgium. Everybody knows who Belgium has. They have the Hazard brothers, as in Eden Hazard and Thorgan Hazard. They also have Chelsea's what's his name again? Romelu Lukaku. They also have there's a budding cast on that side, and they're also coached by Martinez. And that game is gonna go off November 23rd. November 27th, they'll be facing Croatia, and December 1st, they'll be facing Morocco. That being said, El Selector, what do you have to say about the Belgium squad first, Croatian squad, and then ended it off with the Moroccan squad? And then, I can do my analytics on the back half.
Yeah, I think the Belgium squad was a really good team. They are one of the top ranked teams in FIFA. They are number one in in their pool. So this is going to be a tough matchup for Canada. Something they've probably never seen with this much um, artillery, like this much. This is the type of team that attacks. Canada's not used to a team like they've seen teams that are good, but not with this much umph into them. You see what I'm saying? Like this much power. Like with
Mhm.
Lukaku, I don't know if Hazard's gonna be playing, but
Yeah,
they
Hazard's
all
injured.
yeah,
Last time I checked, the intel that came is Hazard's out for the rest of the season, so it's unfortunate. We will not see
yeah.
Hazard
Will not
at
see
this
him.
year's World Cup.
But they do also have other players as well, Doku and a bunch of other guys there. So Canada's going to be in for a matchup to say the least. I think Canada is going to have to play great defense. They're going to have to try to stick in there with them and just be scrappy out there. Like just hold their own. You're going to have to hold their own. Don't get
Mhm.
blown out. Don't let this game turn into a quick goal scoring matchup where you're playing from behind. They're going to have to stay in there and then try to get on them quickly, try to shock them, try to catch them off guard, and then from there, Canada can kind of start controlling the rhythm. If they have Alfonso Davies, then it's going to be a different kind of look in Canada
Mhm.
as well. So they're going to be attacking as well. Canada will be in attacking mode, so it's going to be a good look for Canada. It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to this one. The one against Croatia, Luka Modric.
Luka Modric. Mhm.
This guy is a stud at midfield. He's a stud. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I will come back, but I gotta do more analysis on this Croatian team to kind of figure out exactly what this Croatian team is really about. Because I've seen them over the years, but they've kind of been a team that's kind of like slept on under the radar. Like I remember several World Cups ago, Ghana defeated them. Like I remember these things, but I know these teams are different, so I
Wait,
got to kind of take.
Ghana defeated Croatia. It was Czech Republic, actually.
Sorry, Czech Republic. Yeah, my apologies. So I take that back. Yeah, yeah. So Czech Republic Croatia is a team that I have to kind of take a look more at, which I will do. Don't mean I'm going to see the Croats and see what they're all about. As far as Morocco goes, this game, this game, this game is an interesting one as well. I think Canada can be able to get rid of these guys. Morocco. As long as Alfonso Davies on his A game and he's leading the helm, I think we should be able to take care of Morocco and take care of business when it comes to that team over there. We just have to be on our A game. We have to play our game. We can't play their game, and we have to be on attack mode when we're going up against the Moroccans. But nothing too dangerous as far as Morocco. Similar, nothing. We've played teams similar, maybe even better than Morocco. So I think still a little bit of a dark horse, still a little bit. We got to figure out what we're going to see. We're going to break down film of these guys over time. Don't worry. We'll get to you guys. It's still early, but these are potential wins for them. And these are the guys in their group. So all these teams, all three of these teams are pretty relatively good. We'll see what happens. And I'll take that back to my guy right here.
Okay, that being said, thank you, El Selector, for definitely identifying and dissecting these teams. Again, Canada's first game, November 23rd against Belgium, is definitely not going to be easy because when you look at the Belgium squad, they definitely have a plethora of talent from left to right. I mean, again, as I said, one in being Romelu Lukaku, two being Kevin De Bruyne. Um, Also, unfortunately, Hazard is out for the rest of the season. But they do have many quality players. When you actually look down that Belgium squad, the beautiful thing is that um, the goal scoring is not segregated to just one player. The scoring is actually spread out evenly, and they also have an all-star keeper in Thibaut Courtois. So most definitely, with this squad, you're not getting garbage. What I will say for Canada is that I think they should play really balanced football. They should play more of a defensive setup, and they should play more counter-attacking. With Belgium, you should go for a draw because at least if you can secure a draw, that's considered an upset. But definitely, it's not going to be easy with Belgium because their strike force it is very dangerous. So Canada needs to be very aware. My advice to Canada is, seeing as you have these three teams in your group, I'm not going to give those analytics yet, but let's move on to Croatia. Guys, with Croatia, obviously, their star player is Luka Modric of AC Milan, and then they also have the one, the only Ivan Perisic. When I look down the list, also too, I don't see Mandzukic. My thing is that with Mandzukic, I haven't checked yet. I don't know if he's retired or just simply no more call-ups. The fact of the matter is that the last World Cup, which was what 2018, Croatia did make it to the final against France. So you can't really sleep on the squad. Yes, this squad is getting old, but the thing is, you can't really count them out. You really got to analyze what they have the ability to do. Yes, Canada is a new crop of talent, but also when you look at football, you also got to realize you got to play football with experience. Experience will definitely get you through. Youth is a great thing, but youth is more so the aspect of talent and not necessarily about football sense. That being said, the next team that we are here about to analyze is Morocco. Um, my friend El Selector, I'm definitely going to have to disagree with you. It's not going to be a walk on, it's not going to be a cake over. Remember, this is Morocco. Remember, this Moroccan team was in the African Cup of Nations. They did advance to the next round. You do realize also, too, they have a star player in Hakimi who plays at PSG with, guess what? French international Mbappe. He also plays with Brazilian star Neymar. And he also plays with who else? Messi. And he also plays with who? Sergio Ramos. So you can't even discount these guys. Also, another thing, we still don't know if Chelsea player Hakim Ziyech will play for Morocco because he basically, after getting snubbed from the African Cup, he retired from international, you know, competition. Who knows? I mean, the World Cup is a big stage. Maybe he may be indifferent, and that's what it is. But yeah, that's it. I think my advice to Team Canada is that in terms of how do you call it? In terms of friendlies, They should definitely get two European teams. One that is like Belgium, that has the style of play that Belgium has, and also has the style of play that Croatia has, and then one African team, maybe possibly even a North African team. But basically, that's my analytics. And I expect Canada, if they can get the tie in the beginning, and they could really slow down Croatia and try to beat Morocco, I think that would be a good look. But that being said, that is the analytics for Team Canada. Congratulations, Team Canada, once again on making the World Cup for the first time in 36 years. You definitely know Canada is not coming just for the party. They're coming to play. As John Herdman said, we're coming to compete. And that's what it is. Elslek, do you have anything to add to this? The rest of the stream?
No, nothing to add at all. Honestly, salute to you for having me on this Team Canada stream right here. I'm looking forward. We're going to be adding more content to Team Canada. So anyone who's interested in listening to Team Canada and all the stuff that we are the official Team Canada guys when it comes to football. So check us out. We will be continuing. We're going to be starting from we've been talking about them for a while now, but we're gonna be starting this World Cup thing is gonna start from today, going on right until the end of November once this tournament starts up. So check us out. You can also follow me at the L Selector on YouTube. I mean, I'm there. Definitely. Thank you, number one blogger, for having me.
No
Signing out.
problem. Guys, just so you know, comment, and subscribe. Hashtag number one blogger, just like L Selector. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys pay attention. This is Canada Soccer Central. That's it. Guys, take care of yourself and have yourselves a wonderful night.